If you've ever searched how to budget on YouTube or Google, you've probably heard the same recycled advice over and over. Cut out your morning coffee. Track every penny. Use this fancy budgeting app. Just follow the 50-30-20 rule. And yet, even after trying all of that, most people are still broke, still stressed, and still living paycheck to paycheck. So let me say it out loud. Most budgeting tips are keeping you poor. Not because they're completely wrong, but because they're surface-level solutions to deep money problems. I learned that the hard way. I used to think I had a spending problem. Today, I want to break down why traditional budgeting advice doesn't work, and more importantly, what actually does. 1. Most budgets are built to punish, not empower. Ever notice how most budgets feel like a strict diet? No fun, no freedom. Just guilt anytime you step out of line. You blow $20 on a dinner out and suddenly you feel like a failure. That's not sustainable. That's not empowering. That's financial shame disguised as structure. Real wealth doesn't come from micromanaging. It comes from building a system that supports your goals without crushing your soul. 2. Traditional budgets focus too much on math, not behavior. Let's be real. You don't need a spreadsheet to tell you that spending more than you earn is bad. The issue isn't numbers, it's emotions, triggers, habits, identity. Budgeting fails because it doesn't address emotional spending. Lifestyle inflation. The need for control, comfort, or status. Lack of financial clarity and long-term vision. You can track every dollar, but if you don't understand why you spend, you'll keep repeating the same patterns. 3. Budgeting advice is often built for people with higher incomes. Put 20% of your income into savings. Great advice if you make enough to do that. But what if you're just trying to survive? What if your rent eats up 60% of your paycheck? The typical budgeting rules don't fit real life for many people. And when they don't work, it's not because you failed, it's because the system wasn't made for you. 5 rules that changed everything. So what does work? Not budgeting harder, budgeting smarter. Here's what actually moved the needle for me. Pay yourself first automatically. Forget saving what's left after spending. Instead, save first, spend what's left. Even if it's just $10 a week, make it non-negotiable. Set up an auto transfer from checking to savings the moment your paycheck lands. Why it works? It removes emotion. No discipline required. No budgeting apps, just automation. 2. Use the anti-budget. This changed my life. Instead of tracking every category, just do this. Pay yourself first. Savings, investing, pay bills. Spend the rest however you want, guilt-free. That's it. No categories, no spreadsheets, just clarity and freedom. 3. Track net worth, not just expenses. Budgeting focuses on what's going out. But what matters more is what's building up. Each month, I started tracking my net worth, my total assets minus my debts. Watching that number grow gave me real motivation more than any budgeting app ever could. 4. Build spending buckets, not rigid categories. Instead of obsessing over grocery budgets or cutting $5 here and there, I built flexible buckets. Essentials, needs. Freedom, wants. Future, investments, savings. This gave me freedom and direction. And it worked way better than tracking every coffee. 5. Audit your emotions, not just your expenses. Once a week, I'd ask, what did I buy that actually made me happier? What felt like a waste? Where did I spend emotionally? This emotional check-in helped me cut real waste, the stuff I didn't even enjoy. That's where the hidden money lives. What happened when I ditched traditional budgeting? When I stopped obsessing over $3 decisions and started focusing on saving first, automating good habits, understanding my money emotions, tracking net worth, focusing on long-term goals, I finally got results. Within 12 months, I saved over $7,000, paid off my credit card, invested consistently, and most importantly, I stopped feeling guilty every time I spent money. Instead, focus on systems over willpower, automation over perfection, behavior over math, freedom over guilt. That's what builds real wealth, not penny pinching or budgeting apps. Stop budgeting like you're broke. Start managing money like someone who's building wealth.